Ah. Ah. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Based on your reaction just now, no, you're totally relaxed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a part of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the trilogy. And today, hopefully today, we'll finally finish this game. I mean, this is the first game, right? I think this is gonna be the last part, because, you know, there's a trial letter too. You know, after you have reached a to be continued screen in the trials, there's always like, okay, this is the formal part, and this is the letter part, and now we have letter 2. So yeah, today we will have to cross-examine Lana Skye, because she is the one who knows it all, since yeah, Damon Gant practically refuses to say anything now. So yeah, Lana is our last hope. And you know what? Let's dive right into it. February 25th, 221, District Court, Quorum number 9. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please take the stand? Miss Lana Skye, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please, provide the court with your testimony, Miss Skye. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Lana, no matter what happens, I will always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony, so please don't mess it up. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. I think if it's relevant, then Gant must be brought back, I think. Gant and the fabrication. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. Oh, of course you're gonna lie. You love your sister so much. I know, but still. Come on. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Yikes, okay. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. Man. But Lana... If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? Oh, come on. She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Oh, man. I mean, I've said it before in the last part, but this is the most depressing case ever. Oh, please, please. I hope the other games will be that depressing. And please let it have a happy end. Has a happy end. Yeah, this is no time to start second guessing myself. Yeah, never do that. Believe in yourself, goddamn. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alright. So, you worked alongside Gant for years. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Holy shit. Detective Gann and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gann was a respectable detective, that's why. So there's no truth to this background theory. But think about it, Miss Guy. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. End. Jesus Christ. Wait. Alright. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. Yes. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. Oh. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago?
Okay. Wait, you say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? Huh? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I will never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed? Yeah, being killed by Dark? Sorry guys. Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh. That was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. Or just to protect me. Yeah.
So, when you found this scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Wait. So you broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. Ah! You planted the tip of Dark's knife and then you moved the body? Okay. But why? Why would you do that? You, of all people, should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. Hey, my head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Why? I mean, it's basically the same, right? But why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gann's desk. But the body was found by your desk.
Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason this guy moved the body.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
Okay. I mean...
Man, what do I have to do?
Pieces of the jar, you mean?
Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened.
How often do you want to show us this?
Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle.
I see. Ah, wait.
What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed.
Yeah, it can't be.
But I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Why?
I mean, it is so freaking obvious. Why don't you just say it?
There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Alright, I think we can show it to her. Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Why not? This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? What?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. What? What?
Oh, come on!
But why?
It specifically says Emma! And it couldn't have written before. I mean, it couldn't have written on it when the jar was broken, so it... I mean...
Oh, you... Okay, is it... Oh my...
I'm... it is not even... It's like the first 10 minutes and I'm already majorly pissed. Alright. Oh, come on. I mean... Okay. I didn't know it was added. I didn't know it was... Alright. Anyways. Miss Guy, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene when Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life, will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Ah. And not gonna lie, when she does that, she kinda seems attractive. He couldn't have written Emma's name on shattered jar! On a shattered jar.
Order! Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor. It seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we are headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Jar and message and blood. Alright.
Okay, let's see.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
Yeah, I guess she was in panic. Man. I mean, if she's not lying about this part, you know.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Doc was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Jar and message and blood. Alright. Okay. So, the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. Wait.
It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces?
Normally, I would have.
But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. Okay.
So, you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar?
No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case.
Lena, you would do that for me? Oh, come on.
It seems you two might make up yet. Okay, guys, we have to bust her out. You have to apologize to your sister. I mean, like, you know, you have to make it up to her.
Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was.
If someone happened upon the scene, you would lose your chance to raise the evidence. You must have been in a hurry.
I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking.
I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Doc killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation?
Lana,
I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces.
But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that room.
A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me.
A camera? Okay.
Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
Oh wait, I didn't press.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you.
Still, she's not doing this in the right way.
Huh?
think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Okay, no, I didn't discover it yet. Okay, let me see. So. Okay. Final fragment. Found in Chief Gan's safe. The fragments were so large I got them all. I mean, is she talking about gathering the fragments? Or like... Huh. Wait, let me save, guys. I mean, this last fragment was found in the safe of Chief Gant, so... Objection! Yeah! Okay, we're on a roll now, finally. Miss Guy, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe? But how? I knew it! She really didn't know! Haha! There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was... still blood on it. Okay. Jesus Christ. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you got. Wow, way to ruin a moment. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? Objection! I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. How could they? Oh man. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that... There's no way a name could have been written on the shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. Oh, I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant at the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No! This game is absolutely hilarious. Oh, I love this game so much. Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gann arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar. And purposefully hit one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gann do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Guy became the chief's puppet. Oh! No! I did it on my own! Oh wow, she just bit her on her. Jesus, why? Girl, stop. Please sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't! It wasn't you, Emma! You didn't kill anyone! Oh. Ah, so disheartening. Don't believe anything Miss Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Okay. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client! Yo, this isn't good publicity, okay? We need to earn money. We have to pay rent. What? I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Oh, come on. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, let the brain meat work. What if we are still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana? Maybe right after all. Huh? What do you mean, right? So, you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? No, I'm not! Miss Guy, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Guy, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Witness testimony, actual crime scene. Alright, sorry guys, I had to do a little cut there, and I accidentally pressed, on my mouse. But don't worry, this is the first, first statement. I didn't press any further, so. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Doug were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what happened, what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. Jesus Christ. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Oh, unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. Huh? I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Wait. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you. Yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. I mean, yeah, we got this in the morning, right? Whoa! Whoa! Very graphic, okay. I mean, this game was graphic before, but, you know, more graphic than... Yeah, whatever. There's... Well, hey, there's a picture here. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene? No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Wow. Okay, he was impaled by that sword. Or spear, I don't know. It didn't look like a sword to me. Okay, anyways. Alright, crime scene photo from the case 2 years ago taken. Oh my, wait. 31. 31 clues. Just saying. Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? What's this? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are, must be the real murderer. Oh. But, what? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma! Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Oh my god. No, stop this tragedy! Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alright, actual crime scene. Yeah, let's go. Okay, yeah, what? I didn't... You still here? Come now, Archie. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant! What now? You want to make me out as a bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. Objection! I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make a statement of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Oh! Oh shit! Why is Edgeworth such a badass? Holy fucking crap! So what? You think I'm worried? Based on your reaction just now, no, you're totally relaxed. Oh my god. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto? Ah, you son of a gun. Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
This is true, Mr. Wright.
Okay, if I show that piece of evidence now. Sorry guys. Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the board of inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Shall I present that piece of evidence? The only one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall. Yeah, show evidence. We have to, you know. If we want the truth, we have to show everything. Yes, Your Honor, I do have further evidence. Alright, the time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have got to be the chief's.
Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
No.
Take that!
It's a piece of leather cloth.
Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left in the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sod.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Righto has checked, haven't you? Ah.
Well, whose are they?
Oh. They are Miss Emma Sky's.
What? They are mine? So I really did do it.
See? I told you it was conclusive.
Objection!
But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Objection!
But... Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. Huh? You shouldn't have presented that. Oh, but... By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. No.
It appears we have our killer. No.
No! Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all counts. What? No way! We actually lost? Ah, okay, second game over screen, but still, come on! How? I mean, sure, logically, you shouldn't have showed that, but I thought, okay, we have to show it because, you know, we want the truth, so, you know, it's... Why? Okay, we cannot show the evidence. Hehe. Your Honor! I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie!
Chief Gant!
You You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, now we're playing dirty. Okay.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? There's going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gal right. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
What? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her?
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted, Miss Guy? I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
Yeah. I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hit the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood of all the pieces.
Objection!
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Rido. Cover it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
Oh, come on. We're at this point again? So you admit to it then, Chief Gan? That you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Guys, we were safe again. This is stupid. I mean, do I have to show another evidence? Okay. What about cannot? Again? No, it's too late to show the evidence now. Besides, even if I did, it just exposed that poor girl's fingerprints. Right. Think hard over the circumstances. The circumstances? I'm talking about then and now. There's one major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for that difference? So, Edward, figure out my plan. What? Mr. Wright, this is your only chance. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Okay, the evidence shows that who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Oh wait, no. I mean, it has to be this, right?
Take that!
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut this piece of cloth, cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh yes! At last, you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. There's handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean? It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... Yeah, it has to be Emma Sky, because it says Emma Sky.
Take that!
Emma Sky? What? They are mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? Aww. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murderer on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. Hold it. How could you? You monster! Miss Sky, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Only this trial. but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy! What's the matter? Cat got your tongue. Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned the poor little girl into a murderer. Right! Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who really the murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is! Okay, right now I am pretty confused. Sorry guys, but I am. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts his cloth. I cannot save again, but let's see. Let us be logical about this. I mean, oh boy. I mean, it's wait. So it was cut out from here, right? He was stabbed from behind. It pierced through his lung or heart, and then he died. I mean, the thing is, if he was there, if he was stabbed through this armor's, sword, how was he able to write the message, right? I mean, this dude just got shish kebab, and okay, it has to be this jar, right?
Take that!
I messed it up, right? Did I mess up? It's fun watching you squirm, righto. This piece of evidence does indeed seem to contradict something. Your outward appearance of mental sanity. What am I doing? If this cloth was cut from Prosecutor Marshall's vest after he died, then something's definitely not right about it. It's too late to turn back now. You're the only one who can put an end to this, right? Chief Gant. Okay, yeah. Okay, behold. Maybe the picture?
Take that!
It's the picture, okay. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Skye took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Okay. Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Oh my god! Okay, wow. This was actually really obvious, and I was too stupid to notice. Oh my god. Exactly my point.
His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural.
His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth.
No blood.
Wait, there's no blood on it.
Ah! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on his cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, that is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor saw? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer! No! It's finally all over. Objection!
Oh, what's this look? Huh? You piece of garbage.
That was close, Ryder. You almost had me. What? Sorry, but you will have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
Order! What nonsense is this? Thank you. The first time the judge is actually saying something right.
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Ajay? Earlier, old writer here concealed a piece of cloth. So, then what's your excuse, writer? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could beat me in court? It looks like the last loss on you, son.
No, I wouldn't worry too much. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright.
It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Okay, I even get his plan now.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I mean, I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point. So the evidence is illegal.
Objection!
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Archie, don't listen to his lies. He is nothing but a coward you cannot really believe. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
Yes, we can because of this evidence law. Yeah, because it's about rule 2, right? Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial, right?
Take that!
I mean maybe the first rule actually, because it has to be approved. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma's guy's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What?
You see, it's written here in this book.
The second rule of evidence law. Okay, yeah, it was the second rule. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. But, rule number 2. I hate this word so much! Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take a look at this picture and...
Objection!
Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
Ooh, we got him by the balls! That was shown only a few moments ago!
No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant? You yourself confessed to be a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of victim's vest? Oh, yes. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest, and is the only one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you! No. Wow. My lungs are dead. Holy crap. Whew. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Okay. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. Oh. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker as he was talking. As he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then, you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. That's no reason to start vandalism. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Guy involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So, you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove? Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. Wow. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you will understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I think to do it alone. I think that was a typo. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Archie.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Whoa, wait, I mean, you know, date could be mean they're just meeting up, but were they like, you know, I mean, I certainly doubt it, but you never know, you never know. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Archie. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you will be fine. Now you have right to hear. And worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. Oh my goodness. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Guy? You no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I will tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Guy. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My, what high standards you have for a rookie.
But it's our job to get you out.
What do you mean by high standards? It's our job, goddammit. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Oh, we will. We will.
Aww. Hey, she smiles.
Now, you are looking much more attractive with a smile. But still, you were kind of pain in the ass, not gonna lie. But yeah, you did it to protect your sister, okay?
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Guy.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Huh?
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar! I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory.
Okay, and apparently he did all the work, but hey, Edgeworth did help us out a lot, okay?
You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it! I only did my job.
Ah, he's blushing, he's blushing. We can't see it, but he's blushing. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Guy. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder, however. Although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
Yeah, because she's finally free from her curse. It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains, yes. And Emma didn't murder anyone, I'm so happy.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky,
Not guilty!
Hey! Woo! That is all. This court is adjourned.
February 25th, 503, District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. At long last, it's finally over.
Emma?
Hey, what a long face! I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Miss Edgeworth. You suffered very bit. I mean, we just read it. Just that, you know. We don't have to repeat. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hey, hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh my god. Why? Why is this writing so damn perfect? Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Aw. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh. Are you here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Hey! Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Gumshoe, best boy. Always best boy. Emma, I owe you an apology. True. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. I mean... that day, 2 years ago. Oh, okay. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realized I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you would look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you would react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No, Huh? I turned my back on you that day. And hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. I mean, yeah, she thought that her sister actually killed someone. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you would come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma. Hey! Aw, that's so sweet! Holy shit! I'm tearing up a little bit here. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Yes. I mean, at least that's what I felt, watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? Thank you both for all that you've done. Hey, Gumshoe risked his balls, you know, his whole existence. I mean, he lost his job, okay? I hope the police will accept him back because he's the king, okay? I'm sure we will meet again someday. Isn't that right? Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. like that one nervous kid who is too shy. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Edgeworth. Right. Well, I'll be going now. Hey! Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth, hey, come on, don't do that, okay? Don't ruin the mood. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals, I can feel it. You and me, we are the same. One day you will understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down, once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'll need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You're working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, oh, here we go again. You were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah? What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Wait, what? Oh, crap. Crap. God damn, I want to show the right thing. Okay, let's get it on. What could it be? That's something that I nor Edgeworth could have found out without each other's help. So we have this. No, that's a goddamn shoe. ID card record. Nah. Oh. Is it the unstable jar? Because I think nah, maybe not. I mean, we had no. We found this on our own. Fingerprints. Show dark. Maybe this? No. No, this. Oh man. Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Oh, wait. Of course. What? Lol. Of course, that's... Yeah, it's because of this one. He had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other half. So, it's gotta be right. This, right? I want to show you guys the right ending. I'm afraid of messing up. Wait. Okay, no, come on.
Take that!
Yes! Okay. That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Come on! Mr. Edgeworth. If you will excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. No, don't leave us. I thought we were gonna have a party. All together, you know. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? Hey. But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I'd better be going too. Wait, is he like gone? Forever? No, right? No, come on, this is Phoenix Wright. You need Edgeworth, okay? Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Oh, scientific investigation. It's a freaking bird. I mean, small chicken, you know. Baby chicken. Scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. Hey, that laugh, that smile. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Yeah, that's the happy ending, yeah. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I start on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? That's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Oh! Okay, look. If there's anyone out there who says he isn't best boy, come on, he has no money left and he just bribed the guard. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, haha, you see. Oh, okay. Mr. Wright here is the one who'll be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What? You think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright, you're the best! Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea! Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection!
Hey. Yeah. Hey. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she will be pleased to study under a top coroner. What? As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Hey. Wow. This was a really long-ass case, you know. You know, Okay. Yikes! I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though. They overlooked my unauthorized investigation of Chief Gant. If we penalize you anymore, it'll be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what I said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. Hey, he got his job back. This case was really stressful, like the investigation and all that stuff. But I have to say, the new added features, they're like, you know, yeah, it was fine. And the story was really great. I mean, I don't know if this is actually canon for the game, because, oh my god, not him. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to security guard. Ah, my partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though, someday I'm going to make a detective. Yes sir, then I can be just like that thick gumshoe. Because this case was actually added in, you know, for the Nintendo DS, and I don't know if this actually contributes to the main storyline that this game has, you know, has going on. But I certainly do hope so. Oh my god, not the Blue Badger. You really have to show him at the end? Oh, he will appear someday again. I can feel it. Okay, I can feel it. Oh no, he just broke that pose. But yeah, I think overall the game was a really, really great experience. There were some cases I didn't like as much as others. Oh wow. What is it? Can you see I'm having a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seeing one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back a smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Billy and the gang. The cacti. But yeah, oh, okay, there's more. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. Hey, the top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig in the turtle mouth theme as a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. That's really cool. Like I said, a Phoenix Wright restaurant, and I'm all in. But seriously, this game is really great.
I'll never forget what the young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to go, so I better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go.
Yeah, one of the best things of this game is the writing. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but the writing is really, really great. It has so many running gags, like Gumshoe getting his salary cut. Like seriously. It's so good, and you know the Maya. Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. Okay. Yeah, the villains were pretty good. I mean, not all of them. For example, I didn't like the second and third case, to be honest, because the second and the third case was like, you know, at the end it was pretty anticlimactic. So, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, I bought you your tea. What's going on? What? What? Are you leaving me a cliffhanger there? What happened to Mr. Edgeworth? Where is he? Oh, this game, look, even in the credits. In the credits, it's still... oh my god. Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Oh. Hey. Wait, whoa. Oh, we get to open it. What's this? Is it a photo? No way. Can we see it? Oh shit, that's so cute. Holy crap, they're so cute together. Look at small Emma. That bright smile. Wow. Really. Alright guys, to finish off my last thought, you know, just overall review of the cases. Like the first case was good, you know, it was a good tutorial case, you know. And the villain, you know, the murderer, Mr. Salt, he was hilarious. But you know, the second and third case was like, it was pretty anticlimactic, like, you know, Mr. Red, White, whatever, Red, White, We basically at the end read some names, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm the murderer. Stop, stop, stop!" And like, it wasn't that. You know, it was okay, but nothing special. And the third case was really, really. I didn't like it. I didn't like it because you see, the killer, Miss D. Vasquez or whatever. It was all like a tragedy, and she wasn't really a special villain, you know. But what I liked about that case is the introduction of the Steel Samurai and his awesome theme, really awesome theme. And yeah, fourth case, brilliant, brilliant. Just the character. This was a special case for Mr. Edgeworth, for Miles Edgeworth, to have his, you know, character development. It was the start, you know, his whole world, you know, got destroyed, shattered, and he has a completely different view. I mean, not completely different, but seriously, still a different view of the world, and how he, you know, sees the crime, and you know, he's not trying to get just a guilty verdict. He wants to find out the truth and find the true culprit into all those cases. And yeah, this was a brilliant. Manfred von Karma was a brilliant villain. Like this German, this German monster who is just like, you know, getting on your nerves. It was absolutely great. And the last case, Damon Gant. I liked his character too. You know, at first, yeah, he's a cool guy, you think, but then he's just an asshole. But he says, yeah, it's all for justice and whatever. It was the most stressful case, definitely. And the investigation and the trial, they was so long. I mean, especially the investigation seemed kind of mundane sometimes, because it was all like back and forth, and then I got stuck pretty hard. I'm getting frustrated, but still, they made it up. Like I said many times before, they make it up for the great writing. Okay, the writing is absolutely fantastic. Like the jokes, the running gags, everything. It's a pretty well-made game, and we have to see. This was actually a game for the Game Boy Advance. Yes, I didn't know that. This was a game for the Game Boy Advance, but it was exclusively in Japan, you know. And afterwards, it was released on the Nintendo DS. You know, also to West. It came to the West, and yeah, but you know, this case, the episode 5, it was additionally added for the Nintendo DS to show off the new features, which is great. And guys, I am hyped to play the second game, you know, after Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Oh, it's pretty loud. But anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this journey, and please leave a like there if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you didn't, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It would help this channel out greatly. I love you guys. Please stay safe, drink enough water. OneBoredAsian, signing out.